Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. This your boy Town Biz. All right, so earlier today I got a chance to check out the movie Air, which basically tells the story of basically how Nike recruited, signed, and basically the rest is history with Michael Jordan. The movie stars Matt Damon as Sonny Vaccaro, Ben Affleck as Phil Knight, and Marlon Wayans, I think, as the Olympic basketball coach, who basically they gave credit to, who basically told Sonny Vaccaro to look into Michael Jordan. Basically, give me 1 second. Basically, it's just saying how everything came together. Now, I want you guys to know, for you Jordan historians, I don't need to be corrected because I know the whole story. For real. We all know that it is, based off true events. It's not, what I'm saying, true to the T. That's why they say based off true events. Now, we all know the official Air Jordan didn't really get released till really his second season. His rookie season, he wore the Airship and then a couple of other shoes. But for the most part, he wore this shoe called the Airship, which he wore until the actual Jordan shoe came out. Now, the stuff about Nike paying the fines, that's true. That is true. And some of the other stuff, I don't know about the percentage that his mother negotiated and all that kind of stuff. That may be true, But at the end of the day, it was a good story. It was a really good movie. I really enjoyed watching the movie. The movie runs about maybe an hour and 55 minutes, which is, that's a decent time to get into a movie like that. You don't run it. You don't want it to run too long, and then you don't want it to underrun too, where you cut the movie, where you cut so many scenes out to where it's too short, to where you don't get a grasp of how this came about. I thought Ben Affleck, who directed the film, did a perfectly great job of how he directed the movie and how he edited the movie. You basically start to cling on to the story, as Sonny Vaccaro allegedly broke rules. He went, basically he went over David Falk's head, because technically they say you're not supposed to talk to these college recruits, which I think now it's a lot different now, and Sonny Vaccaro basically played a key role in helping win these lawsuits against these organizations, these college organizations, other words, the NCAA, basically, who was making billions on top of billions of dollars off these kids' livelihood, but telling them they can't receive any proceeds, that they just had to go to school, which I thought is just absolutely atrocious. But nevertheless, I'm glad that they have changed those rules. But anyway, getting back to the movie itself, you did get a little bit of nostalgia, hearing some old tracks from the 80s. You heard some classic tracks from the 80s, some classic R&B tracks, some classic pop and rock tracks, from Cyndi Lauper to My Adidas, which, by the way, My Adidas didn't come out till 1986. But, even though they didn't, they signed Michael Jordan like in 84, but it's okay. It's okay. Nobody's, nobody's paying attention except me, us historians. But like I said, the movie is not exactly accurate to the T, but most of the stuff, I'll say probably 60% of the stuff that happened in the movie is true. But, they have to make it compelling, to have a plot and then the climax and then, basically a happy ending. But I really enjoyed the movie. It was a really good movie. I think if you're a sneakerhead, you will enjoy it. If you understand how Jordan changed sneaker culture and made, sneakers were only worn basically with, I'll say regular wear, casual wear. But now people wear sneakers with suits and everything. And that came about with Michael Jordan, where shoe culture basically became shoe culture because of Michael Jordan. And it's kind of funny. You look at the OGs like me, some of these dudes that's in a, early, mid, late 40s, 50s, some even in their 60s, rocking sneakers as part of everyday gear. And I think that's pretty dope because, like I said, at the end of the day, we started sneaker culture when we saw Michael Jordan. And it's kind of funny, which is true about Nike. Now, I'll tell you something that they left out. Michael Jordan saved Nike. Nike wasn't about to cut the basketball division. They was about to go out of business, period. Michael Jordan saved that company. They took a risk on Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan took a risk on them, and it worked out for everybody. And like I said, I know Matt Damon is a diehard Democrat, but nevertheless, I think come Oscar time, you might see, Matt Damon get some Oscar consideration. Now, I don't know what the trajectory is it's going to do over the weekend, but I think it'll be a cult classic. And I think when it, heads to Amazon, which they'll probably make it available on Amazon probably in a month, maybe 2 months tops. But I think once people see this movie, they will enjoy it. Especially if you are a sneaker collector. This movie isn't about sneakers itself. It isn't about, people collecting sneakers and all that stuff. It's basically about how sneaker culture came about. And it did start with Michael Jordan. So I recommend, if you get a chance, check it out. It's a real cool movie. Real good flick. Liked it a lot. Anyway, it's your boy Town Biz. I'm out.